Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tony the Closer back with another video. If you're new to the channel, I've been having a goal of helping 5,000 people make $100,000 wholesaling real estate in 2020. So if you haven't already, be sure that you text 100K in 2020 to the number 21,000. I want you to share this with as many people as you possibly can. Let them know about what we're doing. I need, to hit this lofty goal of helping 5,000 people, I need your help to be able to give the game and share my channel and all the good information I'll be providing you on a consistent basis to help you get more confident when talking to motivated sellers and give you exactly the tools to help you be successful wholesaling real estate. So today we're going to be talking about my top 3 tips that I want to give you to help you when you actually cold call sellers, because I know one of the things that most people struggle with is, okay, we got these phone numbers, we went out, we've been driving for dollars and taking action, going to the courthouse, and now we got to get in contact with these sellers, and now there's a little bit of nerves that have kicked in. And I'm telling you guys right now, it's completely normal. You're reaching out to somebody you've never spoken to before. But I want to give you a couple things that'll help you move forward in the call. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'm actually going to tell you a good, cool script, or not a script, a framework that I use, because I don't use scripts. I'm going to give you a good framework to help you effectively be able to get your seller to let you get into the house after you have this phone call. So if you haven't already, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you know when I put out this new content every single day. I plan on putting out daily content. Every now and then I might miss a little bit, but I promise you the information I'll be sharing will be nothing but raw, uncapped information. I want you to get this game because it's absolutely critical to your success. So let's talk about my top 3 tips to be able to effectively cold call. And one of the things I think people overlook is your first impression. And your first impression is your intro. So when you first make your call, your intro is going to be something that you want to make sure that you always perfect and master. I know so many people have heard like these cold calling scripts, and people are giving like their entire spiel when they actually first make the phone call. So I'm going to give you a framework of what I use when I cold call, and then at the end of this video, I'm gonna actually even give you like how I frame it, so when we call the seller, they know exactly who we are. Okay, so all right, so tip number 1 is your intro, perfecting your intro. And I think in every good intro, you got to understand what's actually happening. And I always tell people to put yourself in a position to be, on the opposite end. And that's what will help you as you make these calls. Imagine if somebody was calling you completely out of the blue and they wanted to do business with you. Wouldn't you want to know like exactly who this person was and kind of some of the reasons why they were reaching out to you? So many people get on the phone and they forget the essential things of just saying their name and what they do, and how's that, relevant to the seller. So here's something that you need to include in every call: who you are, what you do, and how does that benefit the seller? Okay, these 3 things you need to include in every single call with a seller at the beginning of your intro: who we are, what we do, and how does that benefit the seller. And at the end of the video, I'll actually give you my framing of how I tie all that together. But who we are, what we do, and how does that benefit the seller? Okay, so tip number 2, when you get on the phone with a seller, is I know a lot of you guys get the question like, okay, how much are you going to offer me? What can you got my phone number, you looked at my house, what's your best price, what's your best offer? So now that we got this intro and we overcame the intro, now we're talking to the seller and they want to know about money. Here's something that helps me, and this is proven. Like, I've had so many of my students that literally follow just this word track alone, and it's helped them be able to move further along in the sales process and getting this appointment set. So when a seller asks me about price, I tell them that price is the easiest part of my job. The easiest part of my job. What I need to do is to make sure that the property that we're considering fits our buying criteria. We need to come and take a look at the property to get the condition and be able to see any repairs or things that would be necessary. We'd be glad to give you an offer based off all the information that we're gathered. When's a good time to get together? So when somebody asks you what's your best price or how much can you offer them, I want you to always minimize price. Price is something that can really blow a deal for you if you begin to get on the telephone and get the negotiating price right out the gate. So if you're on the phone with a seller, and they're asking you questions about how much can you offer them, or things of that nature. The thing that I want you to explain to the seller every single time, say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, price is the easiest part of my job. What I need to do is find a good time that you and I can get together. We can come over and look at the property. We can see the current condition and make sure that it fits our buying criteria. Based off it fitting our buying criteria, I can tell you right now, we've never lost a deal over price. Price is literally the easiest part of my job. We have tons of money. We have a lot of partners that are interested in acquiring new assets. So what we need to just do is find a perfect time to get together so we can go over all the details. That objection, that rebuttal will help you overcome a lot of price struggles. If you're discussing pricing in your first 3 to 5 minutes of a phone call, you're probably not going to get the deal, because what's happening is you haven't had enough time to be able to build up enough value to understand truly what the seller's needs are. So I want to make sure that first and foremost, we're not talking about price at the beginning of our calls. We want to minimize price. We want to let them know price is easy. We want to tell them that we got tons of money and capital. We buy 2 to 3 properties minimum per month, and we got a lot of working partners in the area that can help us if necessary when it comes to the actual money part. So let's get together. Let's talk about what's going on with this property, why you need to sell it, and how quickly you need to make it happen. Okay, and then tip number 3. This is something that is very, very important when using the telephone. Is use the phone as an appointment setting tool and not a closing tool. And I know, like, many people can say, well, I want to virtually wholesale, or I'm not comfortable, with doing this, over the phone. I mean, on the phone, I'm more comfortable doing it on the phone versus doing it face to face. But let me tell you why you want to go face to face versus over the phone. Have you ever been talking to a seller and you had a lead that felt like it was very warm or hot, and you start talking numbers, and then when you call them back, they never answer? If you had that happen, tell me in the comments below what that felt like when you reached out to that seller and they stopped answering after you just knew it was your next warm or hot deal. And the reason why that happened is because probably one or two things. For one, the seller may or may not have been comfortable with the numbers that you discussed. For two, you probably are now just being shopped amongst all the other people that potentially could be talking to that seller. And I don't want to get boxed into all these other people. I want to set myself as a professional and as a source that they may need in the marketplace. So what I encourage you to do is to always move for the appointment versus discussing the numbers over the telephone. So what I would tell you is to say, hey, look, when's a good time for us to get together and go over the details of this property? I'll be glad to be able to get you all the information. Obviously, as a professional, I take it very serious and being able to give you, accurate numbers. So I love to be able to come and take a look at the property. Typically takes me 15 to 20 minutes to kind of take a look. And from there, we'll be able to calculate and give you evaluation from there. These offers are 100% free to you, and it usually takes under 20 minutes. That will help you get more appointments and land you in front of sellers. That gives you a higher opportunity to close. And now, so for everybody's been waiting for, like, how we put together the perfect intro, the who we are, what we do, and how does that benefit you. Here's how that might sound for you, for everybody to stay to the end of the video. So I would say something like this. Hi, my name is Tony. I'm looking to buy 2 to 3 properties before the end of this month. And what that means for you is you won't have to worry about paying high realtor fees or closing costs. I actually take care of all that for you. And I'd be interested in knowing if you'd like to know more about what we can offer you as far as an offer on your potential property. What I did there is I gave them who I am, what I do, and how does that benefit them. When you include 3 things like that, like what it gives you is like an understanding of the person that you're doing business with, the reasons that they're reaching out to you, and then how does that actually benefit that seller by doing business with you versus someone else. If you use and implement these things, and it's practice makes permanent, right? So you got to practice it. If you get off this video and you go and try to implement it, it's okay. I like that. But one of the things I want to tell you is to make sure you role play. You do these, you practice these on a daily basis. Remember, use the 100K blueprint that we put inside the training material so you can have the framework and know exactly the amount of people that you should be connecting with each and every day. If you like these videos and you want to see more content like this, be sure that you share this content with somebody else, smash that thumbs up button, and give me in the comments something that you'd like to see in the next video. I like to make content that's going to be relevant to helping you be able to be more effective and being able to close and land more deals in 2020. Once again, my name is Tony the Closer. I'm your host, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.